Hello everyone, my name is Neetu Dalal. Welcome back to my YouTube channel called Edu Glasses. So I have to tell you that this is not the video that I intended to shoot today, and this is completely impromptu. This is in place of a video that I was about to shoot with one of my very close friends, and the video will go live on the channel in a day or two, but she's running a little late, so I thought I'll utilize the time, like I'm all dressed up and ready to shoot, and the lighting is good, so I thought I'll shoot this video, in the space that I have. This is in continuation to the last video that I did, that is the best books for psychology beginner, and this is like a second part or second version of the same video, and I'll talk about another few books that you could refer to, and diversifying it into different streams and different specializations. So in that previous video, if you've not watched the video, I'll link it here. But in the previous video, I had talked about very general psychology books that had general scope, and it covered topics from personality to intelligence to your biological physiological features. And I had talked about three books in specifically. One was Barron, the other was Sisterly, then there were NCRTs. So these were the few books that I had talked about. And the first book that I want to talk about in this video is Psychology by Passer and Smith. This is how it looks. It's a pretty thick book to start out with, but it's why I'm recommending this book is because it covers the topics that any beginner would be interested in, and it has 17 chapters, which includes psychology, brain and behavior, sensation, perception, personality, intelligence. So all topics which are very relevant in today's time, and if because all of us are stuck at our homes and can't go out in the lockdown scenario. So if you have been interested in psychology and you want to understand as to how your brain functions, as to how you respond to different things, and why somebody is so patient or somebody functions at different levels, these kinds of books, whether it is Barron, Sisterly or Passer and Smith, you can refer to them and understand yourself better, right? So for example, there are one chapter which focuses on motivation and emotion. So especially in lockdown, we see a lot of people being very productive, or somebody not being able to cope up, So we wonder how that person is so motivated, right? Or how the person has far more control on his emotions more than us. So you can understand how your motivation levels work. So this the copy that I have, it's the 5th edition, and it got published in 2013. This is the 5th edition of Passer and Smith. I was trying to look for the price as to how much it's retailing for in India, but I couldn't see it in my edition. But anyway, I'll link it down in the video description, so you can always check out that. So the next book that I would like to recommend somebody who's starting out to understand the concepts of psychology is this book, Theories of Personality. This is by Hall, Lindsay and Campbell. This is the 4th edition of the book. And I remember buying it for somewhere around $500 2 years back. So this is a print which was in 2016. Now why I have included this book in this video is because I, for a matter of fact, know that a lot of people are interested in personality, whether it's about, it's whether understanding celebrity personalities or their own personalities as a matter of fact, and they want to understand why they function in a certain way, right? Now you can't do that until unless you don't go into the concepts of psychology. It's very, I see so many videos on the internet which tells you, or so many polls on Facebook which tells you, find out what your personality is. But no, those are all hoaxes. That's not how it works. To understand your personality, you have to go into, the depths of the subject. You cannot get to know what are your traits just on the basis of one random Facebook post, right? Which is not taking into account your characteristics, your aptitudes, nothing. And it just gives you, right? So I don't think that's a good way, but interesting way, but I don't think it's correct or it's, objective in the matter. So if you are interested and you want to know about your own personality, this is one book that you can actually really refer to, and it's a great book even for students who are studying psychology, right? So they can definitely go for this. So it has 15 chapters ranging from, which includes so this book consists of 15 chapters, and it has chapters on Sigmund Freud's psychoanalysis, Allport's theories, Murray's theories, then Carl Rogers' theory. So it's a good book if you want to understand the concepts of personality. I'm not saying it will give you a practical insight into who you are, But if you want to understand how, which all theories came into as psychology was involved about personality, then you can definitely, it's a good pick. You might not be able to go through each and every page if you're not a psychology student, of course, because you're not bound to read it, but it's an interesting book and you can definitely pick this up. And it retails at 500, so it's not a very expensive book if you would see in terms of how, psychology books ranges. So you can buy this book to understand yourself a little bit more better than you know yourself right now. So I think this is one book that I will recommend. Okay, so the next book that I'm going to talk about is Theories of Personality by Scholes and Scholes. This is an alteration to the last book that I had shared, which is Halls and Lindsley, Theories of Personality. And this is why it looks like this is because this is a copy from my Master Days library edition. So that's why it's Xerox and it's all torn out, and I've used it in, I don't know if you can see, I'll just show you in a minute. So this is how it is. I'm not so sure how much it'll go, but it's all marked, and I've used all pen and pencil and highlighters to actually mark. So I had bought these two books for personality, but I somehow felt that this book, Theories of Personality by Scholes and Scholes, worked for me much better in comparison to Halls and Lindsley, right? Though a lot of people prefer the former book, but this one worked for me. This is my personal experience, and it's got nothing to do with the content or anything. It's just the language I felt was much lighter in this book, and I understood concepts better when I read this book, right? So because of course it's a library book, so I don't know how much it retails for, but I'll try to add that in the description and the link, right? Now the content again is somewhat similar to the book. It's only, I think the only difference that's there is in terms of language and how concepts are explained. Otherwise, pretty much the coverage of the concepts is the same. It also has Sigmund Freud psychoanalysis, analytic psychology by Carl Jung, then Alfred Adler, individual psychology, Erik Erikson's identity theory, topics like Carl Rogers' self-actualization theory, need hierarchy theory, and B.F. Skinner's reinforcement theory. So this is one book I would recommend, especially for teachers to read, because it has motivation theories, it has your need achievement theories, it has reinforcement theories, which is, I think, one concept every teacher should understand as to what reinforces the student, what are their learning patterns. And I generally feel that every school should have maybe a course for teachers where they read personality theory, because it helps you understand the temperament of your students. It helps you understand what learning styles, strategies work for them, how reinforcement works when it comes to students or individuals in general. So that's why I feel that personality psychology is very important, not just for individuals or professionals of psychology or students, day-to-day teachers or somebody who's a manager in corporate, because you need to, if you're dealing with people and you're managing them, whether it is students, it is your corporate colleagues, or it is your subordinates, I think it becomes very important to understand the individual first, and then the whereabouts of the job that you're doing, right? So therefore this has made to my list. If you ask my personal opinion and you ask me which book will I choose between Hall and Lindsley Personality and Theories of Personality by Scholes and Scholes, I will definitely recommend Theories of Personality by Scholes and Scholes. Out of these two books, you can actually pick up any. Now that we don't have the option of actually going to a shop and going through the book physically and seeing which one you would prefer. So what one suggestion that I can give is you can order both online. I'm sure both of them will be available, and I'll link that down in the description. So you order both, have them delivered at your place, go through the book physically, and whichever you want to keep, you keep that with you, and the next, the one that you don't want, you can return, right? So that's one thing that we can do in lockdown to see what language is working for you. So that's that. So my favorite book on this list has to be Health, Psychology and Behavior by Allen. Now why this is my favorite book, I'll tell you, is because I think health psychology is one topic we all need to understand, because it is to do with your mental health in general. And I see a lot of spike in mental health cases now in lockdown, but not a lot of us actually invest in ourselves to know how our mental health functions, right? We take it for granted. We go for physical health checkups, maybe if not yearly, then twice a year, and we do seek physical doctors or physicians when we have the pain or things like that, but mental health is very neglected if you see in India. So I think this is one book which will tell you the importance of health psychology and how your mental health really matters, and it reflects into whatever, everything, almost everything you do in your life, because you have to be healthy to perform better, right, or to perform to your optimum level, right? So that's why this is one book I think I recommend everybody at least having in their in their bookshelf and going through it once in a while. Now coming on to the content of this book and why why I'm recommending it so much is, this book talks about, firstly it gives you a little detail into how health psychology got established, and this is the history kind of a chapter that you have in a book in general. Then it talks about hazardous lifestyles, right? So it tells you what all you could be doing in your life which is actually making you mentally unhealthy, and what you cannot do and how you can improve it, right? And it talks about some very very pertinent topics like drug use, eating disorders, suicide or self-harm. So it has topics like that. I recommend it everyone to have it, but if you're not able to have it, that's fine. But I recommend at least every mental health professional to go through this book once, because I think it's very important when you are a mental health practitioner yourself to stay updated. Even for colleges and universities which have this course, health psychology, in the curriculum, I think it's very very important that you pay very good attention, because you might have a lot of courses, but this is one of the papers that will actually help you develop something new, and it will help you deal better with your mental health issues. So this is one book I recommend, if you are starting out, you can definitely go for this book. Also, I've been trying to actually look up the prices, but I don't know why I'm not able to see any price tags in any of the books. Maybe because it's an impromptu video, so I did not plan this through, but I'll try and add all of them in the description. Okay, so the next book that is there and has made it to my list is Counseling and Psychology. No. So the topic is Counseling and Guidance, and this book is by Rao and Sahajpal. So it's an Indian author. This book, okay, so I have found a price tag, and it retailed, I bought this book for 475, and it has topics. It's basically a book which talks about counseling as a technique, and it tells you how you can, as a mental health professional, give counseling or guide somebody if they're having issues. So it talks about the nature of the field, the scope of the field, how you can become a counselor, and where all can you get absorbed if you're into counseling as a practice. And then it tells you some of the norms and some of the techniques of counseling as a practice. Why has this made to my list is, I'll tell you, because it talks about some general techniques, like for example counseling interviews. So this is now I personally believe that all of us work as a counselor in our intimate group, right, for our friends, family, and it's always good to know what all techniques can you use to actually help somebody out who's dealing with some mental health problem, or who's going through somebody, how to be empathetic, how to listen carefully, how important it is to be heard, and how important is it to make the person feel like you see them or you hear them, right? So I think that's why this book has made it to my general list for every beginner, and not just to counseling mental professionals. The last book that I want to talk about in this video is Biological Psychology by Calit. Now this is one book which I will not say that it's everybody's cup of tea, because it is very like to do with your biology, your mental lobes, your brain lobes, how it functions, and basically to do with how your body is made and the physiology of it, right? So not a lot of people who don't come from medical background, or who are not who don't like to read such technical details, might not get very hooked onto it. But it's a good book if you want to understand things in general. For example, it has topics like your biological approach to psychology, neurons and action potentials, brain anatomy, your hearing, body senses and chemical senses, control of movement, sleeping and waking, thirst, hunger, some general topics, but not. And it's not going to talk about the topic in general. It will explain the concepts, but it will also tell you the physiology behind it. So I think this is one book that I would certainly restrict to psychology students per se, and not to if you're interested, you can go ahead, of course, but I would recommend somebody who has a little knowledge in physiology would actually do better with this book. Yeah, I think that's all. And I remember buying this book for something around, if I'm not mistaken, something around 700 to 900, if I'm not wrong. I'll try to see how much it's retailing for at the moment, and I'll link that below. But if I remember buying this book correctly, I think I bought it for 700 to 800, because I bought it in my master's, and it's a pretty good amount to spend on a book. So that's why I remember, I think. Also, if you're liking the content that we are creating, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Also, we love hearing from you. I would actually, I really value when, there are people who give suggestions in the comments box, and I try to include that. And if you think there's anything that you would like to convey or put across, we are welcoming that. So please do get to us and tell us what would you like to see further on our channel. Thank you so much. If you watched this video till the end, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next in our upcoming videos. Bye.